All right, so let's do this, shall we? So just reviewing a lot of these kind of calorie tracker nutrition type apps, or what a macros counter. My intention, maybe I want to do a little project where I do something that actually I kind of like. I don't know. I've been looking at, this is now the third one I'm reviewing. We did Cal AI, I did MyFitnessPal, and this is Cronometer. I think a lot of people have come to Cronometer because the other one, MyFitnessPal, they kind of took away the scanner. They made it a premium feature so people would pay into it. And I didn't pay, I just started the trial. I already canceled it. But anyways, we did that video. So here, it's very similar. So yesterday, I uncharacteristically ate very little. You know, I usually do 3,000, 3,500 calories a day, but I was in a pretty foul mood. I was just like, oh, I don't want to eat. So I did eat something, you know, I did force myself to eat something. So breakfast was the usual cottage cheese with the cocoa powder. I had some of the droasting, I don't know how to say it. I'll do a video on that one day because I kind of like two different cocoa powders. And you know, there's concerns about the heavy metal in it. I don't think it's a big deal, but I might do a video on that. Kind of interesting. But I basically had a 24-ounce tub of the cottage cheese. That's it. I just kind of forced myself. I didn't have my coffee. I didn't have anything else. My creamy coffee, didn't have that. Didn't have lunch. Just went to the pool. That was kind of nice, kind of hang out there for a while. Large eggs, had 3 of those. I might have had a couple before as well. I don't like, you know, what I don't like is, let me see, this is too big. What I really don't like is just breakfast. Who cares? Like, who cares? You know, I don't care. Why does it matter when I'm eating it? You know, MyFitnessPal forced you to choose whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a snack, or the other one. It's like, why? I don't know. It just doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, so the one thing, the UPC thing works pretty well if you're adding. Yeah, let me just find this. We're not going to scan it because it'll interfere with the camera and it doesn't really matter. The scan food thing works. It just scans the UPC code. You know, it does not scan the nutrition facts. Although if you have the UPC, it's actually pretty okay from what I've seen. Although with this one, there's like 3 different things or from 3 different lists they have it. It's a bit confusing, but whatever. It's fine. It's okay. And then with add food. So one thing that is confusing is if you're making like a meal. Like I made a smoothie, and I thought, okay, instead of putting in every ingredient, what if I make a meal? And I couldn't figure it out, except there's 2 ways to make a meal. Not here, though. That's strange. When you add it and you add food, there's no way to add it. You can have a custom thing of things that are already there, but it's like there's no way to add it. It's like, how do you create the meals? And I know I did this like a month ago as well. And it's like, how do you create a meal? Well, as it turns out, what you can do is, let's say you click here, you select multi-select. Oh, I think I'm covering up the, there we go. You do multi-select here. You go back here, and then you could create recipe or create meal, okay? Now, the difference between a recipe and a meal is a recipe, you can have fractional servings or something. So why they have 2 different categories and don't just allow you to do partial, like if you make a big lasagna, you say 1/8 of it, right? So you put in all the ingredients. I put in 2 pounds of meat, I put in 1 pound of cheese, and then I only have 1/8 of it, right? But it's the same thing, meal and recipe. I think it's the same thing, except you can put in servings for the recipe. It's like, well, but just have an extra box. You don't need 2 separate things for that. And the only way you could fit, and it's not intuitive that you could select multiple and then write. Do we unselect? How do we? Yeah, it's just the interfaces are just not the best. Oh, okay, you back out of multi-select mode. Yeah, it kind of sucks that there's no mouse because it's not a computer. It's like not intuitive at all. But another way to add it is to go to foods, and then you see create meal. But again, it's just, Okay, and this is the free version, as we can obviously see, because there's an ad in here. Isn't that fun? Yeah, that's basically it. That was my kind of main gripe, is if you're creating a meal, it's just, right, it wasn't very intuitive. I guess once you figure it out, right, it's not a big deal, but you can kind of see. So here, because again, I'm interested in macros. I want to do at least 35% protein. Boy, I really went and did that. 55% of the calories coming from protein. Again, I was not very hungry, and I just kind of, let's see here. I had breakfast. Yeah, here had some. Yeah, I had 2 pounds of shrimp as well. That was the main thing, but that's just all protein, so not many calories. I had a little dessert, the Siggy's plain yogurt, and the Drosica. Another, if you click here on the meal, it doesn't actually tell you what it is, which is obnoxious to me. You know, like, it doesn't tell you what is in your actual meal, right? Like, you type in your own title to it, but you're like, okay, which one was, or what exactly is in it? It kind of gives you the macros, which is good for that, but it doesn't, it's like, come on, guys, right? It doesn't tell you what's in it. So if you go to foods, you'd have to go here and say, oh, well, wait, what? Which one is this? And it was this one. And now you see it, right? So it's just one of these things where it's like, I don't know, the user interface is not the best. It's just a lot of clunkiness to it. All of them had that. I think the nicest looking one was probably the Cal AI, but it had its own limitations that we've discussed there. So that's basically it. I don't know. I mean, it gets the job done, right? So if you click here, it's kind of annoying. It doesn't give you grams here. It gives you the calorie counts, and then but it does give you the percentage pretty easily, so that's pretty good. The macros are there. Let's see here. Daily report. That's just basically the big version of it. Okay, that's fine. You can swipe right here. You can see the grams as well. Again, I'm not really tracking anything. I think it should be more about percentage of protein than anything else. I think that's very important. I think just a percentage, because protein's very satiating. It's very good for you. You need a lot of it. I think people are under eating that for sure. But looking at this, it gets the job done if you really wanted to do this. It's a bit clunky here and there, but you know, that's kind of the depressing thing about it. It's like, okay, even if I could make something, it's like, yeah, who's going to use it? And it's like, I don't think it's some minor UI issues that, oh, it's kind of hard to add. It's like, it's not a big feature or not a big value of, oh, let me. But that's with everything, you know. It's like, everything sucks. So, but yeah, that's basically it. I mean, there's some settings you can do here. Are there settings we can do? Targets. Yeah, this is where you could set your macro targets here. The percentages, total calories. Is there a total energy target from your weight goal? You see, I don't really have a weight goal, BMR. Yeah, again, this is one of these things we'll get, whatever. Very active, so, right, thermic effect of food. So yeah, I mean, look, this is one of the reasons, again, I'm not a fan of this calorie nonsense, is, go to diary. So basically, they're saying the burned is 34. So if you add in a very active, right, and you try to, I don't know, I'm just rambling. It's really, it's fine. Cronometer is used by everybody now, I guess, because again, with MyFitnessPal, the main thing is you can't scan stuff in very easily. You know, you cannot scan in stuff for MyFitnessPal because it's paid, right? So that's really it. So this is the free. This is the other version that's competing against it, and you get to do it for free. I don't even know why anybody would upgrade. I'm not really sure. I've seen. Well, I guess if you want to remove the ads, which can be annoying, I did see some features which were. Let's see all the features. Well, I guess we could see all the features now, right? $5 a month, $60 annually. That's pretty good. No ads. Right. I think I'm hearing another wasp coming in. I already, see, the vacuum is out. I already sucked one up and threw it away. I'm hearing a wasp somewhere. This is not good. I still have no idea where they're coming in because, as I mentioned, around the office here, I caulked everything under here because there were some pretty big gaps. And the wasp I saw over here by the window. So this is the old balcony. It was enclosed. I saw it climbing up here. So is it coming in through the windows? Is it? I'm fairly certain there's a wasp here again. I just don't know where. You know. Anyways, I'm sure we'll find it, but it's not unprecedented that we have 2 wasps in a day, but it is kind of getting warmer in springtime, and you know, I've avoided stepping into a wasp or getting stung. Oh, Jesus. Right there. Yep. It's not on me, right? Right? Okay, I see it. It's right by the window. So this is fun. You know, this is cinema verite, right? We're trying to do a review. Anyway, so you know what? Let's do this live. I don't know if I've ever captured my wasp hunting expedition, but since it's already here, I do have some underwear on, so I don't think I'm going to flash the internet again. But let's see here. So what I do is I just suck it up with this vacuum hose. Oh boy. Let's see here. So let's put this down here. There we go. So it's very simple. This is, you just turn it on. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I don't think it, oh, it's still there. You know what, the tripod is right here. Oh boy. It's right there now, you know. You know what, let's just, we gotta record this. This is excitement. All right. So, all right. Well, I guess we're not going to see much of it, but it is climbing up. You can't, yeah. Well, let's make it a little bigger, as big as we can make it. Because this is not the usual. All right, so it is somewhere all the way. Well, we'll see. All right. All right, so that was it. All right, so basically that's it. You know, yeah, you can see it in there. And I take it downstairs and there's some bug spray and just throw it out in the trash. That's as exciting as it gets. But anyway, so this is fun. We got a Cronometer review and we hunted down a wasp and still have no idea where they're coming in from. Because again, it wasn't here now. So I don't know. I don't know where they're coming in. I have yet to see them crawling through like a window frame or coming through. And again, I sealed the bottom of the floor, but apparently there's other places it could potentially come through. So anyways, that's it.